Amazing. All right, my loves, here we are. Hello, my beautiful women. I'm so excited to see you and to have you. We are starting our Embody Your Feminine Turn On 5-day immersion into the radiance of your feminine heart. Who's excited to be here? I am very excited to be here with you, to be hosting you all, to be leading you, guiding you, and serving as your mentor for the next week. This is my greatest pleasure and passion, to lead women like you who are yearning for the sacred wisdom, who are yearning to come home to their hearts, to come closer to their hearts, to truly know themselves, to really embody their woman, to understand the sacred knowledge and wisdom of their hearts. And I'm really excited to just be the embodiment of love with you, to really inspire you to access your own embodiment of love. Because when a woman is deeply connected to her heart, she can feel the love that she is. And that love just serves as a lighthouse to the world, to her family, to her friends, to her relationships, to her man, to her partner, friends, to the world. And that is really what God created us to be. God created us to live in love, as love, to be a reflection of his heart, to bring healing to the world, to bring the light, the truth, and the way, and to be the way for others to find home too. So we have a beautiful week ahead of us. I'm just going to do some housekeeping right now, just to give you girls some structure for the rest of the week. We will have 5 touch points during the week. So 1 touch point a day. Today's class is at 11. The rest of the classes are going to be at 12 o'clock Eastern. So Tuesday through Thursday, we will be meeting at 12 o'clock Eastern. The calls will be around an hour to an hour and 15 minutes. Okay. The Facebook group is where I'm going to be dropping all of your heart work. So we're going to have journal prompts and maybe some affirmations and meditations in there, some audios in there. And I'm going to use the Facebook group as the main hub for all of that. So please, if you're not in the Facebook group, make sure you join, because it's just really easy for you girls to have like a hub to access everything. The recordings and the replays will also be in there. And it's really easy for me to talk to you all through there. And if you don't use Facebook, I totally understand. I will be uploading the calls to a YouTube playlist, and I can send that out to you. I'll probably do that at the end of the week. So if you want easy and fast access to the recordings and the replays, get into the Facebook group. Okay. What else do I want to tell you girls? So this is whose first time is it with me? Who's like just getting to know me here? I see a lot of familiar faces, my girls, Gato, Amber, Michelle, Daphne. But let me know if this is your first time experiencing or working with me, or doing an event with me. I always love to welcome fresh new faces. Patricia, welcome, my love. I'm so happy to have you here. I love when new women finds me. We get to like really enjoy time together and just really explore, these inner depths together. All right, so my loves. Okay, is Patricia the only one? Who else? Hi, Anna. Welcome, my love.
Hi.
Hi, babe. All right, so we're just settling in, my love. I was just kind of doing the outline of our group this week. So I love to run immersions. How many of you have been part of my immersions before? Just give me a little. Okay, cool. So if you've been part of my immersions before, I would love to invite you to just drop a little, like, just a little reflection of how your immersions have been with me in the past, just to kind of like give the new women here some like, some support and like, supporting them and being here. Yeah. And making them feel comfortable. So I love immersions, my loves, because Miss Talia, I'm still letting people in. Because they give us really like in-depth time together. Like I love doing one-off events. They're really awesome and cool. But it's like, I like to go like deep. I like to get to know you girls. I like to like personally witness you. I like to spend time with you, because as we know, the feminine is slow. The feminine, there is no timeline with the feminine. The feminine is never ending. And it's important when you start, healing journeys like this, whether you're starting or whether you've done work before, it's important to have time to go slow, because I don't like to rush anything. You can't rush the feminine. Okay. And if you try to rush her, she jumps into survival mode, which takes her right out of her feminine nature. Yeah. So this is all about slowing down, my loves, and really spending this precious, intimate time with yourself. Okay. We're going to go deeper into this today, but I posted something the other day or yesterday in the Facebook group. As I was walking out on the beach, because I'm at my family's summer cottage in Ohio, and I'm surrounded by nature. And I was doing a little walk on the lake yesterday, and just sitting with my intention for this immersion. And my intention is to really give you girls an experience of what it feels like to be very intimate and close with your own heart, because that's really what gives you your turn on as a woman, right? So I create these immersions to give you ample time to be with yourself, not just for 1 hour, right? But a week. Even though this time with yourself should never end, right? Because time with yourself is what makes you feel alive and fulfilled and happy and at home and at peace with yourself, right? When we don't have that time with ourselves, what happens? And I'm sure you girls can feel into it. When I don't spend time with myself, I feel disconnected. I feel hectic, manic. I feel exhausted. I'm drained, and a lot of women don't even know what it feels like to be connected with themselves, because they've been prioritizing putting everything else, their family, their friends, their partners, the world, in front of their own needs and in front of their own heart. So can you girls feel me? Do you girls feel me? Do you guys resonate with any of that? If you do, I love an active chat. Let me know. Drop an emoji. Say hallelujah, Vani. Yes, I feel that. Okay. All right. So let me drop in the chat real quick. 100%. Yes, 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 yes. So being here, girls, is all about getting to express yourself. So that's another big thing about this. When we come into sisterhood like this, we're forming a sisterhood. We're meeting women, we're connecting, we're opening up. We maybe feel a little shy, a little scared, a little like, can I really say this? Yes, you can. I want you to express yourself. I want you to show up. I want you to drop me an emoji if it hits your heart and you're like, yes, drop it, because this starts to train you and give you permission to be all of you. Who wants to be all of them? Who wants to be able to be their full, authentic self? Who wants to stop hiding? Who wants to stop feeling stuck and like living life maybe at 40%, 50%? This is how you start to do that. So I want you to feel permission to say, yay, yes, I want you to feel permission to cry, because this week we're going to cry. We're going to touch some tender spots. But we're also going to have fun, and we're going to laugh. We're going to dance. We're going to like, woo, because I love to woo. We're going to put our arms up, right? We're going to shake it. We're going to feel our aliveness come through, and your aliveness comes through your expression, my love. So I want you to start giving yourself permission to express, and use the chat to express. All right. How does that feel to everyone? All right, so I'm going to read the chats. So they are always amazing, just taking time for yourself and breathing, and you always learn something new. It's such a small group too, which is lovely. Yes, you feel the magic together. Yes, sister. I always feel so alive in my being during these. Yay, Gato. Vanna's immersions are amazing. She takes you to places that connect you to your feminine being and brings so much joy and love into your life. Thank you, Amber. Missed you, honey. All right, babes. So yes, yes, yes. Oh yes, and the full moon is tomorrow. How perfect. I didn't even plan that. Don't you girls love it when it's just like divinely orchestrated? I'm like, full moon turns on energy. We're gonna just move it, move it. Oh, I missed you too, honey. Okay, beautiful, babe. So yeah, okay, so this time is for you. All right, so we're taking it back to the building blocks of what it means to be a woman connected to her heart, which is a woman connected to her turn on, to her love, to her aliveness, to her happiness, to her joy, to her sadness, to her grief. There can't be happiness without grief, right? There can't be love without sadness. It's like it's all encompassing. So I want to just kind of stage that here and now to give you girls permission to feel everything and anything that comes up: fears, worries, doubts, your own pressure points, your own expectations of yourself, your own uh, desires, your own needs, your own fears. Like, just, we get to give you so much space to be all of you. So you're welcomed to be all of you here. All right, my love. So I want you to just let's feel into your bodies for a moment. And we're going to slow down. We're going to close our eyes and we're just going to put our hands somewhere on our body where you need some extra love today. And we're going to do some breathing just to kind of settle our systems. And then we'll go into the teaching. Okay. So if you have a chair behind you, if there's something holding you, your bed, your couch, your chair, I want you to lean back. I don't want you to hold yourself up. I want you to give your back muscles a rest and lean back onto something that's holding you. So I want you to practice being held. Okay. So the feminine loves to be held. She was created to be held. Right. Now it takes us giving ourselves like the opportunity to slow down and be held. And a lot of us, if we're living in survival, we're not used to that. Okay. So if this is a little like, no, I just want to sit like this, I'm going to invite you even deeper to lean back, to close your eyes, and to put your hands somewhere on your body that you can feel inside of you that needs some extra love and attention today. Okay. Yeah, maybe you rub yourself, just, rubbing your hand, generating some heat, and then just moving that heat somewhere along your skin. Maybe it's your neck, down your breast, your chest, to your belly, in your womb. Maybe you rub the tops of your thighs. Yeah, we're just going to start arriving in our bodies right now. So the feminine lives in the body. She lives in the heart. She lives in the womb. She lives from the neck down. So I want you to just breathe as you just kind of center yourself and arrive in this space, in this sacred circle that we have going on here in Zoom. And just feel your breath, inhaling through your nose. And just exhaling an audible exhale out of your mouth. You will be invited to make sound. That also helps with you, with your expression, with giving yourself permission to express. So let's do that again. Inhale, nose. An audible exhale. Wow. Maybe you even feel like you need to shake a little bit. Okay, if there's any nervous tension, just right? Just move it around, just see what your body wants to do. And if you feel like you're frozen and like your body doesn't want to move, I invite you even more to shake something out. Shake it out. Yeah, good, my loves. Let's do one more breath together. Inhale. Yeah, beautiful. Good. Now we're going to continue to breathe on your own, softly and slowly. And if you feel called, like there's still more there and you want to continue to do audible exhales, I recommend that highly. It's going to help you move any stuck energy that you have within you. And I'm just going to open up with a little prayer over our group and over this next week that we have together. Okay. So just receive this, feel it, receive it with your whole body and your whole heart. So I want to take a moment to gather all of our hearts on this beautiful Monday, July 31st, the day before the full moon. And we gather today to feel our hearts fully, to give permission to our hearts to show up as she is, feeling whatever she is, and to let her know that she's fully accepted and welcomed as she is. We gathered today and this week to bring safety and peace and presence to our lives, to our insides, to our inner worlds, to our emotional worlds in the presence of the love of the divine. And we open our hearts to the divine. We show our hearts in full vulnerability to the divine, knowing that we are fully held, cherished, protected, and loved, and that we are enough no matter what, and that we are loved no matter what, and that everything we have gone through has brought us to this moment right here, right now, and that you matter, and that every woman that shows up here is meant to be here. It is no mistake that you were brought here, and that the desires of your heart be fulfilled, and that your turn on be restored to you by way of reconnecting to your heart and to your preciousness as a daughter of God. And we gather in love, for love, as love, to turn love inwards, to fill the void, any voids that we feel within, to redirect love there, and to know that we are fully cherished always as a daughter, as the beloved. And we restore ourselves by turning inwards and seeing ourselves as the beloved and as the cherished daughter. That's where our healing comes from. So we ask, and I ask the divine Father, Mother, God, to shower us with your love, with your endless presence, with your compassion, with your mercy, and with your grace, and with your strength, and with your whole heart, so that we may walk together as sisters and as your daughters. We love you, we thank you, we trust you. Amen. So just receiving that prayer, my loves. And when I talk about the divine and God, whatever word you use, that's okay. I am referring to love, that beautiful unconditional love that we are always surrounded with. Sometimes we forget it's there. You are here this week to be reconnected to that love. Love for yourself and love for the world and love for the divine. So just breathing all that in. Give yourself a little hug, give yourself some touch, maybe give yourself a little kiss. Say, I love you, I'm here. Acknowledging that you're here this week for you and no one else. And then when you're ready, you can slowly start to open your eyes. You can look around the room, kind of orient yourself back into the space. Yeah. Right. And then when you're ready, just come back to me. Yeah. And let me know how that was for you, how that felt. How did it feel being receiving that prayer? And how did it feel just closing your eyes and touching your body and making some sounds? How did that feel for you? Tell me anything you noticed by doing that. I feel more grounded, more like just settled, more just like heavier, but like heavier because I'm like, I dropped from the excitement into the safety, right? I feel loved, connected, soft, and so soft, yes. I feel so gooey, yes. So these are all adjectives, right, of the feminine. I mean, she can be anything and everything, but yeah, feels good when we connect with ourselves. That was so needed, laying back on my bed while nursing and hearing your voice. Oh, my baby girl's now asleep on me. Oh, honey, I love it. I'm so happy you're here with her. I feel like I downshifted into my body instead of just in my head and was able to calm down and feel into my feminine juiciness. Yeah, my loves. Yeah, and that's exactly what we did, babe. So the feminine is in the body, right? And, we live in a world that is very heady. We live in a world that is very stuck in survival, and we can get caught up in that, right? And survival draws a woman out of her body and into her head and into the fear and into the worry and into the doubt and into the exhaustion and into the control and into, I got to do this. I got to do this. I have no time to rest. There's no time for this. I can't make time for myself. I got to do this instead. Does everyone feel me? And that's a sure way to just ascend And when I say ascend, it's like, it's not it's not really the ascension with a good connotation. It's the ascension of like, oh my God, I'm neurotic and I'm driving myself crazy. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's so stressful, right? It's so stressful. And your head is not where your feminine turn on is. So this week is all about embodying your feminine turn on, right? And we're going to work backwards of like what actually gets you to your turn on. So I wrote some things down yesterday of like, to make it really simple for you girls, right? So like what turns on your turn on, which is also like your EROS energy, your feminine EROS. It's that aliveness, that woo, I'm here, I'm in my body, I'm moving, there's music, there's birds chirping, the sun's out, and I'm like, wow, I'm fully feeling, I'm alive, I can receive the blessings that are around me. I'm connected to that. I'm connected to the sun, I'm connected to the water, I'm connected to the breeze, I'm connected to the flowers and trees. I'm connected to my family, to my man or to my partner. I'm connected to my children. I can feel them. I can feel them. Your turn on says, I can feel the world moving through me. I can feel it. Your EROS turn on energy doesn't say, I can think it. There's not a full body feeling connection through thinking, girls. Okay. Although we've been taught, think your way to the top, succeed, read the books, study, bulldoze your way through it, achieve, right? Which none of that is bad. The feminine, the fully feeling feminine needs the counterpart, the thinking, as the masculine. But if you're here and you're in a woman's body, right, and you connect with being a woman, you feel your woman and you feel the yearning for being a woman, then your home is in your body. It's in your feeling world. Because it's like how you connect with the world around you. It's that deep feeling connection. And as women, we need connection. That's like it's like a need. It's like a biological need to feel connected, right? We got to feel it before we do it. I got to feel it. I got to feel this person, right? And we're living in a world that has told us to suppress our feelings, that our feelings are wrong, that they're, we should feel guilty, or we should judge our feelings, or we need to run from our feelings, and not to cry, and not to feel, and not to express, and not to be too loud, don't be too excited, all those things. And all of that noise disconnects us from our feminine turn on. Okay, it starts to turn us off. I want you girls to be really honest with me, because this is a really safe and sacred space. How many of you girls are feeling turned off right now? Like not fully connected to your juice, not fully connected to your heart, not fully connected to your aliveness. Right. So let me know where you're at, because I love, this time together is very much geared to who's here, to the energy, and to what you girls need. So let me know right now, are you feeling like you've been turned off, or like you're in your turn on? Where are you right now today? Turn on. Beautiful. Me, and have been for a few months now. Okay. Yeah. And there's no like, girls, again, this is an invitation to like, state the truth. Like there cannot be healing unless you state the truth and be honest with yourself, right? Very much turned off. Yes. And I know what it feels like to be turned off. I lived years and decades in the turn off, right? So no matter where you are, you're going to be able to receive from this week. Because anytime you come together with other women who are on the same journey and dealing with the same things you are, and when you say yes to help and support, girls, like the divine is always holding you and always turning towards you, but the divine is always going to support the choices you make. So if you choose to stay stuck in your turnoff, the divine's like, okay, my daughter, that's what you choose. I love you no matter what you choose. But if you shift and say, actually, I want, I desire, I need, to feel my turn on. I want to come closer to myself. I want this inner healing. The divine's like, woo, yeah, baby, let's do it. Okay. And things just start to happen and flow and things start to open up. And that's when that inner healing comes, right? Because the divine always wants the best for you, but ultimately you get to choose what you want, right? Okay. So I am turned on, but disassociated at times. I want to be turned on. I need that inner healing. Yes. Yes, I've been turned off. Womp womp. Yep. Wanted to reconnect to myself and give up so much control and quit being so masculine. Amen, girl. I get it. All right. So much off for the past months. Yeah, my loves. Okay, beautiful. So we're here together, right? And we're holding space for each other. And we're like, okay, that's okay. This is what we're here for, right? It always starts with being honest, my loves, and acknowledging the truth in any moment, which is also you learning how to be vulnerable with yourself and with others, right? The coming into group really gives you the opportunity to be seen. And that's normally our biggest fear is like, oh my God, can I really say this out loud? Oh my God, am I the only one? Oh my God, right? So we hold all of it. I feel turned on, but low energy. I've been praying to be held because I feel like I've been taking it all on my own. Holding you, honey. And I'm glad you're here this week to just feel that support. That's why I always want this immersion every time. I feel turned on recently and feel need for more connection to the juiciness. Yes. Okay, my love's beautiful. All right. So girls, I've been teaching this. I'm going on my 4th year of teaching, this wisdom to women. And this is probably like I don't even know. How many immersions have I done? I've done a bunch of immersions. And as I sit and as I prepare for these immersions, I'm like, okay, Bonnet, like, yeah, what's the new, like what? And it always comes back to the simplest things. Okay, so whether you've worked with me before, whether this is your first time, these moments when we come together in sisterhood is like the number one way to get back your turn on. It's to have support and help in your life. It's to have an hour for yourself where you get to tune in and you get to receive. Okay, so that's the one way. That's one way of getting your turn on started. It's by actually dedicating and showing up to do things like this for yourself. Okay, so give yourself some love. It's like, oh, you're here, you made it. Thank God. Give yourself some love. Yeah. Okay, so tell me, I want to invite you girls in. Tell me who and what, tell me what your turn on is. If you knew what your feminine turn on was, if you knew, I want you to share what that is, what comes up for you. I want you to feel into your heart to the wisdom that you all have inside you. What's your feminine turn on? What does she feel like? Who is she? Let's start touching her. Okay? Let me know in the chat. Who's that feminine turned on woman? Ha! Let's start dancing with her a little bit. And if you don't know, you get to pretend you do know, and you're going to write whatever comes up. She's radiant. Very good, Daphne. What else is she? Keep going. I'm going to invite you girls to go deeper and deeper and deeper, to dig a little deeper. She's radiant. What else does that bring up for you, Daphne? She's unashamed. Ooh, mama, yes. Michelle, she's confident. She's not watching other people to make sure she's doing the right thing. Yes, she never gives up. She's dancing, flowing, laughing, creative, confident. She's organized, a clean home. What else, Moni? What else? What else is she? What's under that? What does that give her? She feels what? What does she feel? Girls, what does she feel? She feels fertile. Woof! I love it. She's fun. She's daring. She's witty, sexy, and ooh la la, carefree. Yes. She's magnetic. She's effortless. Yes, girls. If you haven't answered me in the chat, I want to hear from you, my loves. What is she? There's no right or wrong answers here. Okay. Trust yourself. Give yourself some space to show up here. She's vibrant. She's warm. She's sensual. She's spicy. She's sweet and spicy. She's super free. She's free to be herself. She's gorgeous. She's sexual. Yes, she's sensual as well. She's alive in her body. Can you feel that? She's sensual. She's energized. All right, my love. I'll see. Yes, see you tomorrow, honey. She's energized. She shines. She is like water flowing, and what makes her heart feel free to be me and express herself fully, dancing in the kitchen. Yes. Yeah, she's enjoying her time to bring joy, yes, into her being. And she's strong. She's strong. Yeah. Girls, can you feel her as you write all of this? Do you feel her like bubbling up? Yes, Susan. Do you feel her, honey? I'm gonna see, I want everyone to answer me. Susan, what's turn on, embody your feminine turn on mean to you? Who is that woman within you? Attracted to her mate and all those lucky to be in her presence. Yes, she's turned on. Yes. Okay, good. So we need to feel that bubbliness, girls, because what does that tell you? That tells you that this woman is already inside of you. She's already there. So now I ask you, what's holding her back? What's keeping her from shining, from being radiant, from being here and now, from you living as her? What's holding her back? Feel your bodies. Feel yourself. What's holding her back? What's holding you back from allowing her to shine and to radiate and to show up? Fear, yes. Not feeling right. Why not? Not feeling right. Why not, Susan? Feeling like she needs to figure it all out. Yeah, there's tension, karma. Okay. Underneath that, Gabby, what else is there that's holding her back? What else? Give me some more. Dig a little deeper. She's scared. There's regret. There's insecurity. There's feeling like she's too much to others. There's fear, depression. Habit is what it feels like. Also, besides fear, habit. Yes, habit. Yep. Letting life get in the way and letting every day weigh me down instead of making time to spend with her daily. Yep. Getting used to self-sourcing. Yeah. Yeah, my love. So keep digging, because as we dig, we're actually emptying all the stuff that's keeping her way down, and we're giving her permission to shine. So what else is holding her back? What else? Keep feeling. What else is holding me back from allowing this part of me to shine? What's holding me back? Answer that question. What's holding me back? Problems in my family, putting others before myself, trauma, people pleasing. Yeah. Yep. All right. So people pleasing, trauma, yes. Wounding of the past, right? Habits, patterns that we've been stuck in, putting others before myself, problems in my external and my family. Okay. Fear of being too much for people around me. Yes. Afraid of losing people. There's fear again, being scared to get hurt or humiliated if I open and embrace. Love. Yep. Fear of losing me. Fixing, overworking, being scared of things going wrong, shame, and feeling wrong. Oof, girls. So lots of fears there. Yeah. Can you see how many of you are sharing and feeling the same thing, that fear? Afraid of asking, expressing my needs and not getting those needs met. Yeah. So lots of fear here, right, my loves? Okay. That's fair. I would say that fears are normally the number one thing that are hindering ourselves from truly being all of us. And I was actually journaling about that this morning, and where I am right now in my life. And, you know, as we go through life and we start to grow and evolve and expand within our souls and our spirits, you know, there's different areas of our lives that start to get touched. Right. So maybe you start this journey and it's all about yourself and your relationship to yourself. And then you come home to yourself, and then it starts to affect your business, and you start to see how you're in relationship with your business, or how you're in relationship with money, or how you're in relationship with men, and partnership. And it's like all these different areas of your life start to come up for the healing so that you can be a whole woman. Right. So there's always fears, honey, inside of us. Okay. There's always not, I don't want to say always 100% because there are times in your life where the more you're exposed to the safety and to the love of God, you feel held so much that you know that ultimately whatever life throws at you, you're going to be able to get through. And you're also supported in that because you're not alone on this journey, right? But in the beginning of this journey, we're dealing with a lot of old, unprocessed fear, right? So right now, when you enter your fears into the chat, we're actually like dissolving that fear. And as we dissolve the fear, you create more space inside of your being. Okay. So I'm going to ask you one more time. I'm going to ask you now more just like a question that's going to expose more of your fears. And I want you girls to dig a little bit deeper. Go underneath what you just wrote to me. And let's expose and dissolve that fear so that we can make more space for this turn on to come through this week. Okay? So, what are you afraid of most right now when it comes to who you are and to being the woman that God created you to be? That turned on woman, that alive woman, that magnetic woman, that radiant woman. Most. And I want you to feel into your hearts and see what's there and see what wants to come up and wants to be expressed and held in the love. Okay? That I will never be enough. I connect with that a lot, honey. And I think all of us do, that we just want to be enough. We want to know that we matter. Trust. Right? So what's the biggest fear? What are you most afraid of right now? And as we touch those points, you're just giving yourself permission to feel and to acknowledge that within you. And as we sit with your hearts, we're creating intimacy with self. Aging, I'm afraid of aging alone. So I'm afraid of being alone. Oh, you're crying, honey. Let it out, babe. Listen, girls, crying is the healing part. You're already healing when you're crying, honey. Okay? Crying equals healing. So let that water flow, babe. Yeah. Not sticking up to the standards of my parents and therefore losing the financial and emotional support. Yeah, babe, I feel you. I'm afraid of feeling like it'll be all my fault, that if I love fully with my whole heart, unguarded, that if I'm betrayed, then it will feel like I'm not knowing my worth. So I'm afraid of messing up. I'm afraid of it being my fault. I'm afraid of not being accepted for who I am and loved for me. And my heart will be shattered again. Unworthiness, feelings run deep. Yeah. Beautiful, my honey. So we're all in this together. And I want you girls to just allow yourself to feel. If there's feelings coming up, emotions coming up, that's part of this work. That's how we get to your turn on, is by actually feeling all the stuck, dense emotions that have been stuck in your body from your past, from trauma, from wounding, from patterns, from heartbreaks, from heartaches. If those things don't get seen, then your turn on is farther and farther away from you as a woman. Okay, no matter how old you are, my loves, this work is the same for every woman. Doesn't matter if you're middle-aged, younger, older, it does not matter. This inner, the closeness or the distance between you and your own heart is what brings you closer or farther from your turn on. Okay? I'm afraid of being alone and not worthy, losing my loved ones. Yeah. I'm afraid it will ruin my kids and our relationships because of all the heartache, anger, and frustration from generational trauma. Yeah. Very good, my love. So right now, what I want you to do is just come really close to your fears. Everything you just shared in the group, in the chat, just come really, really close to your fears. And I want you to touch your hands like this. Just like hold your own hands And I want you to hold your hands as if you were holding the hands of someone you love so, so, so much. Maybe it's your child, or maybe it's your grandmother, right? Maybe it's your beloved. Maybe it's a friend of yours, someone that you love so, 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 so much. Hold your hand like you're holding that person's hand. And maybe you even like gently caress the hand, like there's some activity here. There's some like, I love you, and I'm saying it through the touch of my hand, how much I love you. Just do that for a moment. And I want you to just through the touch, right? Say to this person, like, I understand why you're afraid. I get it. I get it. And I'm here for you no matter what. And I see you in your pain. And I'm not going to let go of your hand no matter what. I'm not scared of you, and I'm not scared of these fears. I'm here for you. And just receive that. Receive that. Notice the feelings and the sensations that come up. It may feel warming, it may feel comforting, it may feel like, oh, Vanessa, there's tension, there's resistance. That's okay. Welcome whatever is present. I want you to start practicing welcoming whatever is present. And just allow some acceptance into your heart. Yeah. Yeah. Good. So this hand holding is what it feels like when we come really, really close to ourselves, my loves. It's like you're holding your own hand. You're holding the hands of the parts of you that are really, really afraid to be seen, or to be this turned on woman, this soulful woman, this heart-centered woman. And you're saying to your fears, I get it, I'm here, and I love you, and I'm not letting go. And it's okay for you to be scared. I understand. And I want you to tune into how it feels when you actually turn towards yourself and you hold your own hand and you say it's okay. What does that do on the inside of you? What do you notice? Do things start to loosen up? Do things start to shift? Is there a calming? Because this is how we start to build connection with you and with every part of you, even the parts of you that are scared, that actually free up the tense and dense energy within you that are keeping you from embodying your feminine woman. Okay? So see if there's any other words that you want to tell yourself right now as we, come together on our first day of this immersion. And this is our opening ceremony of just coming really close to ourselves. Is there any other words of love that you want to tell yourself right now as you hold your hands in love? I want you to speak to yourself. What do you want to say to yourself? Maybe you want to apologize for how far you've been from yourself. Maybe you just want to say, I love you and I'm here. See what words want to come through, and just use the next minute to just dialogue with yourself and communicate with yourself. And if there's tears, let them pour. The healing is in the crying and the feeling. And this week is meant to bring you into tears so that you can heal on a real level. This is not just talking, this is feeling. We heal through the path of the feminine, which is fully anchored in feeling, not bypassing, but feeling. Feeling every nook and cranny within you that needs some love. Yeah, my loves. And if you want, I always love to kiss myself. Give yourself a little kiss when you're done. And just give yourself some love. And then share with me in the chat how that was for you. What did you notice? Did you notice a shift? Was there any shift around the fears that you were feeling? Did you feel closeness? Did you feel a dropping? Did you feel warmth, comfort? Let me know what you felt. I am enough. I am worthy. I am loved. I am needed. God is my provider. It is not only my parents. Ooh, honey, that's good. They're just a vessel for this provision. Amen. Yes, my love. Uh yeah, honeys. Yeah. So let's touch on, as you girls, I give you some space to, I'm not rushing you girls, just share with me how that was for you. I feel so much more comforted and loved and reminded that I am a cherished daughter of the Most High. Yes, you are, honey. And it's those little moments of just closeness with yourself, right? And giving the pains and the fears room to exist and to see them and to be with them. I love myself. I feel one with myself. Very good. Yeah. My love. So as we explore embodying your feminine turn on this week, right? Your turn on is everything you stated her to be, the radiant magnetic woman, the woman who's shining, right? She's a lighthouse. She's confident. She's accepting of herself. She gives space to be herself, whether that's if she's feeling whatever she's feeling in any moment, she gives herself permission to feel that. There's no running from it, right? So your feminine turn on, and I want you girls to write this down somewhere, okay? And it's going to be part of your heart work today. You know, heart work is like homework, but it's heart work, and it's going to be part of like your affirmation for you girls to really, more of a prayer. I don't really like the word affirmation anymore. It's like a prayer for yourself. And I'm going to copy paste it in the chat. And I want you to just sit with these words today. And I want you to write them down somewhere where you can see them and you can sit with them. And you're going to journal on what you feel, how these words land in your body, and what you feel from reading this. Your feminine turn on comes from intimacy and closeness with your own heart. Right? And when I ask you to reflect and to feel and to receive these words with your whole body, you're not going to receive them with your mind. I want you to receive them with your heart and your body. It's like, how do these words feel to me? What do these words bring up inside of me? How do these words make me feel? How do these words make me feel? What sensations arise when I read this prayer to myself? Right? And notice the sensations. And then I want you to breathe whatever sensations come up, whether it's a freeze or whether it's warmth or comfort. Okay. Now you have data, now you have information. Why do I feel frozen? Right? Or maybe there's resistance. Why do I feel resistance? What's here? And you start to actually turn towards yourself and turn towards the feelings and the sensations, right? So that you give those parts of you room to speak and to exist. Because the turns on woman turns towards, not away. I'm going to say that again. The turns on woman turns towards, not away. She turns towards herself. I'm going to ask you girls, what do you think she turns towards herself with? What qualities? Give me 5. I want everyone to give me 5 qualities. What does the turns on woman turn towards herself with? What qualities? Ask your heart. Ask your deep heart. The wisdom that's already inside of you. How does the turns on woman turn towards herself? With what qualities? What qualities? Love, compassion, light, gentleness, acceptance. Yes. Yeah. Love, acceptance, forgiveness, happiness, love, compassion. Yes. Peace, patience, understanding, love, acceptance. Yes. So you see how wise you girls are. You already have all of this wisdom inside of you. Okay, the turned on woman turns towards herself with love, with compassion, with understanding, with peace, with patience, with awareness, with joy, with a sense of welcoming, with touch, with slowness, with comfort, with mercy, with grace, right? Mercy, grace. Yes, my loves. And how does it feel in her body? How does her body feel? How does her heart feel when she turns towards her heart and her body with love, compassion, acceptance, patience, understanding? How does that make her feel as a woman when she turns towards herself like that? Feel that in your body. Empowered and free, free, free. You see how many frees are in here? Yes. Open, free. What's the posture of when you feel free, girls? Feel that in your body. How do you feel when you feel most free, Caro? Because you're right in front of me. It's like a little girl. She's like, woo! She wants to twirl and dance and do headstands and cartwheels, and she wants to twirl in her dress. Can you feel that? That lightness? Girls, this is your turned on woman. It's your little girl inside who's free to be her before she was like doomed by the world and her parents. But we're gonna like honor that, but we're gonna go back to your essence of what who God created you to be, that little girl who lives inside of you. Can you girls feel that? There's a little girl inside of you who's yearning to be free, who's yearning to sparkle and to radiate and to stare at the rainbow and be like, wow, look at this. Look at that. She's in awe. She's curious. She's so giddy. She's like, woo, yes. And she's not holding herself back. She's not judging herself. She's not questioning herself. She's not suppressing herself. She's not like sticking herself in a little prison cell. Like, I can't act like this. I can't do like that. She's not even thinking of those things. She's fully in her body and her heart, and she's just in the present moment, and nothing can stop her from being her. Nothing can stop her from being her. Girls, I'm going to say it again. Nothing stops her from being her. So I want you girls to sit with that, feel that, and at the same time, we also got to feel to heal why we started holding her back, because that's the shadow, that's the hurt, that's the unprocessed pain and grief, and that needs your attention too. We can't do one without the other because the healing is then incomplete. We can't just focus on the lights and ignore the dark. We got to go into the shadow. We got to go into that closet that has been harboring all of your past, all of the unprocessed stuff. We got to go in there with the light, because when they come together, it's wholeness, babes. It's fulfillment. You feel lighter. You feel at ease. You feel peace. And when you feel peace, you feel present. And when you're in the present, you're like that little girl who's like, ah, yes, it's a beautiful day. Or, I'm actually feeling a little icky, feeling a little sad today. I'm grieving. That's okay. She is who she is, and nothing holds her back. Yes? So how does that feel to you, girls? What are you resonating most with right now? Let me know in the chat. What has touched you in your heart right now, or from this call so far? Let me know. And can you also feel that little girl bubbling inside? Can you feel that turned onness? Because the little girl leads you to your turned on woman. They're really the same, although your woman is just more mature and more wiser. Yes? Nothing can stop her from being herself. Amen. Super empowering. Yes. Beautiful. It's so good when we get to come home like this. I feel reconnect to joy. Yay. Awesome, Patricia, my love. So happy to hear that. This is the way home, my loves. Just like this. It's being inspired. And this week, I want to leave you girls very inspired because, that was a word that came to me when I first started teaching and guiding women. It was like, it's inspiration. And inspiration for me is to be infused with spirit. And if you look at the word inspiration, it has the word spirit in it. Spirit, to be infused with spirit, to be reconnected to your joy. And that's what this week is about, my loves. We're going to do some deep feeling and healing, but to give you space to come closer to your joy, because the unprocessed stuff just keeps you from your joy. All the past, the stuff that's happened in the past, the unprocessed pain, the hurt, the heartbreaks that have gone untended to, they keep you from your joy. They keep you from your turn on. Can you girls see how that happens? Yeah, we're letting this shit out. Exactly, Talia. Feeling turn on doesn't necessarily mean that I'm always happy and soft. Yes, it can also be crying on the floor and grieving, or feeling rage and expressing it. Yes, in a safe way, like throwing socks at the wall or punching my pillow bed. Yes. Throwing socks at a wall is just life, okay? Right? It's so good. God knows. God knows. So my loves, like, it's being who you are in any moment. That's your turn on. Let that be your turn on. If you're crying and you're sad, let that be your turn on. If you're, if you're grieving, let it be your turn on. If you're, happy and joyous and feeling funny, let that be your turn on. But it's like when you're in an honest relationship with yourself. How many of you women here today, let's be honest, are in an honest and intimate relationship with yourself? How many of you can say that? And I know the women who have been working with me, yes, they're going to say that. Yes. But how many of you who have not been with me consistently, or maybe with other mentors who do this type of inner work, which there are a few, but how many of you feel like you're in an honest, intimate, loving relationship with yourself, where you're no longer at war, where you're not stuck, where you're not fighting yourself or questioning yourself or doubting yourself? How many of you are there? Trying to get there. Yes. I had been, but the last few months I have not been, and felt far away from myself and going back into old patterns. Yeah, babe. And there's so much like healing that happens when we're honest, right, girls? And this is the place that you get to do that. And this is what, why I create containers like this for women like you to be returned to your turn on through coming home to your heart, because there is so much freedom on the other side of this, my loves. Like, I live such a peaceful life. I'm at peace. And I did not live in the peace for a very long time. I had anxiety attacks. I had panic attacks. I was constantly questioning myself, doubting myself, controlling the outer, always going, always doing, always trying to get the next thing in order to prove my worth to myself and to the people around me. My relationships around me were depleted. I was starving for my own love. And when we're starving for our own love, that leads us to being very codependent, because we're very needy and we start latching on to things and people around us to get that love that we are actually supposed to give ourselves. And that could bring us then into addictions, right? So this is very serious, especially if you know that you want to live a peaceful life and you want to live a life that's joyous and, and fulfilling, and where you feel whole as a woman and you can feel the gratitude of being alive and being able to breathe a breath, right? And to feel at ease within your body, at ease within your heart. Like, that's how I live now, right? And it's a blessing. Like, every breath is a blessing for me. I don't need monumental things to happen every day in order for me to feel like I'm blessed. I'm like, me waking up in the morning is a blessing. Me being able to hug my father and spend a week with him is a blessing. Me being able to have the lake right in front of me is a blessing. Like, I'm grateful in every moment. Thankfulness is, I live in Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is not once a year for me. Thanksgiving is every breath. And I want that for you, because that's, I mean, it's okay. There's no words for the feeling when you are in this state. It's just like a calmness, and it's a comfort, and it's a warmth, because you're no longer worried. You're no longer forcing, you're no longer controlling, you're no longer like, what do I got to do? No, you can just be in a moment, and you can be present with the people around you, and you can be present with yourself. Who wants that? And who wants to be that consistently? Not 1 week here, or I was like that for 2 months and now I'm not. Like, who wants to be that consistently, daily, for the rest of your life? And to be able then to share that with your beloved, and to create a family from that beingness. My loves, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about legacy, like long term, not just for a week. So I really want you girls to anchor in this, my loves, because this is available to you. And I'm here to show you how, to lead you, to guide you, to mentor you, right? And there will be a beautiful invitation for you to connect and to further this work with me. And I have a bunch of my clients here who will tell you that this work has been life-changing for them. And maybe we'll even hear from one of them later on this week, so that they can share their experience with you and how life-changing this experience and working with me in deeper, longer containers has been for them, because it truly is life-changing, right? And no matter where you are on this journey, this is the support. This is you being supported, and this is you being cherished, you cherishing yourself and saying yes to help and support, right? Because you weren't created to do life on your own. Okay, so let's ground in one more time. Your feminine turn on comes from intimacy and closeness with your own heart. That's the prayer, and that's the message for today. And just breathe that in, my loves, because no matter what you're here for, and I know most of you are here just because you want to love yourself. You want to love yourself, and you want to learn to love the parts of you that you're having trouble loving yourself for, right? And the way to that love is into the darkness, into the shadows, into the closet that you may have been ignoring, or that you're scared to see, or you're scared to fully own. And also touching those lighter parts of you, that little girl, right? That bubbly essence that you have within you. That is your turn on. It's allowing life to move through you and not closing off from life. It's allowing life to move through you and not closing off to life. That's your turn on. You allow life to give to you in any form that it comes, babes. And you learn how to hold yourself through whatever God and life give you. You turn your mess into your magic. Your mess into your magic. All right? So let's all breathe those words in. And I want you to tell me how you're feeling right now. How does your body feel right now compared to when you first came in? Let's notice some shifts together. Let's put some words on that. Let's acknowledge it. And then we will close out for today. Excited, energized, and hopeful. Yes. Yay. Yes, honey. And you had some good tears, babe. What's your name? I see your sign is peace on you, but what's your name, honey? Emily. Lovely. Have I met you before, Emily? I don't, maybe I have. I kind of remember your tag. No, first time ever. Beautiful. Welcome, my love. So happy to have you here. Patricia feels rejuvenated and calmer. Anna feels deeper, grounded, loved, closer to myself, satiated, joyful, happy, blissful. Beautiful. Amber's feeling more relaxed and happy. Very good. I feel connected and held, no longer frantic, fresh and light. Ooh, I love that. A friend recommended this to me after we finished doing the Queen's Code book study. Oh my God, how lovely. I love that, babe. I feel inspired. Talia feels inspired. Okay, my loves, good. Now, are these all qualities of the turned on woman? Yes or no? What do you think? Feeling rejuvenated, fresh, light, inspired, calmer, grounded, deeper, energized, excited, hopeful. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So mission accomplished for the first day. We're reconnected. We're feeling good. All right. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right, my love. So we are going to continue this inspirational heart party. I want to go dance now. Amber, you better go dance, baby. Go put on some tunes and go dance. Follow that. Yes. Tomorrow we will meet at 12 Eastern. As for the rest of the week, same thing, 12 o'clock. So today was the only day that we're going to meet at 11 a.m. Eastern. The rest of the week it's 12 o'clock. So make sure you're here, girls. You want to continue to show up for yourself. This is not like, oh, great, I showed up. I feel inspired today. Yeah, because guess what? You got to keep filling your cup. All right. We don't fill the cup, fill the tank to here. We go to the overflow. We keep filling, and that's the key. So make sure you come back. I have work during the week. There will be recordings. Yes, there will. Make sure you're in the Facebook group, Emily. Okay. If you're not, then it's, okay, great, honey. Yeah. So there will be a guide. You have to log on from a computer to see the guides. For some reason on your phone, it doesn't show you the guides, or at least maybe only on my phone. But log in from a computer under the guides section. The recordings and the replays will be there. Your heart work with the journaling prompts will be there as well. And then you'll have like a little audio meditation uploaded in the meditation audio section as well. Okay, so you want to make sure that you do your heart work every day to continue this flow, to continue these, like, feeling into these qualities and to devoting to yourself, because this is literally a 5-day devotion of you being with yourself, right? Which will then continue on if you choose it. You always have a choice, girls. You have a choice to show up. You have a choice to not show up. You have a choice to listen to the audio, to, you know, answer the journaling prompts, to sit with yourself. You always have choices. The turned on woman chooses herself consistently. Consistently. All right. So I want you girls to just enjoy the feeling. Maybe you rewatch this if you want to. If you haven't introduced yourself in the Facebook group, just, you know, drop in, say hi. There's a bunch of women who have, and then just make sure you're just like, you know, keep loving, hugging yourself, saying hello to yourself. And I'll see you tomorrow at 12 o'clock Eastern. And we're going to continue this journey, my loves. Alrighty. I love you all. Have a fantastic Monday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.